Hello everyone. So on this bench I went with a simple fir base and structure with a cherry top for it, and the cherry top is there to match my dining room table, which I recently built. You can check out the ultra clear bar top epoxy review that I use on the dining room table. I don't actually have a build video for the table, but you're welcome to see it there. Here I'm sanding down the uh, end pieces, and again just using some 4x4s I got at Home Depot, and I went with 2x6s because 2x6s are only $1 more expensive, and I can rip it and get twice as many boards, since I'm not using a whole 2.5 or 3.5 inches rather. So I'm using pocket holes to join it and some glue. Nothing too out of the ordinary, and I am giving a slight chamfer on the edges because I don't want to round over, and I just like just the ever so slight, and you'll see that on the top of the cedar bench as well. And on this, you might see when I get a little bit closer, I just use a paint stick so I can have the cross pieces inset just a little bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch, just so they're not flush. So I find that it's easier to make it inset a little bit and make it look better than trying to make it exactly flush. And again, here I'm using my router and a chamfer bit just to give a slight chamfer on the edges, and then I'm using Z fasteners to connect my cherry top to the base, and I find that that's the best way to allow for wood movement. And then again, you'll see that I made a mistake and did it too close to the edge, so I have two there, and I'm using obviously the one that's on the bottom there because the other one was a little bit too close to the edge for me for making it fit. And again, just pocket hole screws and glue, nothing too fancy. And I'm using a clamp here because those pieces of 2x6, when ripped down, they kind of had a little bit of a bow to them. And then just a slight sanding on there. I don't get too carried away with sanding, especially the base. And then these are the cross pieces that will help give it some rigidity when people are sitting on it. And I just put them about 1/3 of the way in from each side. And there you have it. Now onto the cherry top. I'm cutting it to close length first. A few of my pieces because I'm going to have to join it together. And then I'm ripping it down, and then I'm going to attach them with just, again, some glue and some pocket hole screws. And I'm doing it on both sides because I would rather do too many than not enough. And again, the pocket hole screws will just be more of a clamp, more so than anything else, as long as I'm making sure that I'm using enough glue. And so I let it dry for a day and tried to make it as flat as possible. And even still using a hammer to gently get it as flat as possible, I added some wood there at the ends, kind of to act as a caul to sort of straighten it out at the edges there. And again, I made sure to not use a whole lot of glue on the edges so it wouldn't have as much glue out, so when sanding down it wouldn't be too terribly difficult to do. And again, here's where you'll see the chamfer close up, and I just like the ever so slight chamfer on the edge. Really think it just makes it look a little bit more professional, although I do not claim to be a professional by any respects, as I'm sure somebody can look at this and go, this is not professional. And then with staining, I mix about 50-50 between the stain, which I chose an English chestnut, and the boiled linseed oil. That's my 50-50 mix. And I'm just doing the underside a bit, just on the edges. Again, it's a bench, so you're not going to see a whole lot. So on the underside, so I'm just doing the edges. And here are the fasteners. I did 2 on each side, so 4 total, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Actually, it's quite simple if you get your measurements right. And then I add a polyurethane clear coat on it, and I did this about 3 to 4 times. And as you can see here, I've already sanded it down once with a 220 grit sandpaper, and this is probably my favorite part just because it is almost done, and too, I just like the finish of this Minwax polyurethane. It really does the job. But you'll see this is in my garage, so I didn't inhale too many fumes, versus my basement, and it's the same bench, but just the lighting, how much of a change it is when it's in my garage with not a lot of lighting versus, as you'll see in a little bit, what it actually looks like in under some LED lights. So again, I sanded it down and stained it again, or finished it again, and just really came out with that reflective mirror finish that I was going for. So there you have it. And again, be sure to check out my review on my ultra clear epoxy, and you can see my tabletop that I again added that ultra clear epoxy to match this bench, or rather this bench to match my table. So I'll probably make one more just like this, and I'll be done. My wife and I will buy 2 end chairs because I don't feel comfortable dabbling in chairs just yet. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Also, I'd love to hear your comments, positive, negative, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. But thanks for watching. Take care.